I think thinking about the end goal, whether that's finishing 189 miles or getting across another finish line, whether that's in running or in work, and kind of understanding that the end goal can still be the end goal, even if the way to get there looks different. So, keeping myself motivated is a lot of you promised yourself you would do this, so show up. It's definitely not always the kindest self-talk, but it gets the job done. I started running when I went to college during COVID and there was nothing else to do. My mom had always been a runner when I was a kid, and so we would always go out for a few miles. I remember finishing a few half marathons with her. And so running was always part of my world, but I didn't actually enjoy it until college. I think there was nothing else to do during COVID, and it was just kind of put on some sneakers and get outside. I would go without my phone, without anything, because nothing was happening, and I just fell in love with being outside, out of touch. No one could reach me. I discovered I had a bit of a stress fracture at the end of May, and from there, it was a lot of cross training. So most of my miles from May to August when I started were on a bike or on a rower and in a pool, supplemented with some walking miles instead of the traditional running plan that a lot of my teammates followed. My thought process definitely changed over the last 3 weeks when I realized that I very likely was not going to be able to complete 100% of the miles on my own. I definitely think that's a few years away for me. I definitely want to show the same level of support that I've been shown. So if there's segments that need my support next year and I'm able, I would love to be able to come back in that capacity until I'm ready to commit to a redemption run. And so I kind of had to take a step back and really go back to the why of why we do it. And it's to raise money and awareness. And whether I run every single mile myself or bring in teammates and alumni and Ashley and the crew, the miles are still getting completed and the money's still getting raised. So it was just kind of keeping the main thing instead of getting upset that the full mileage was not going to be covered on my 2 feet.
I always love putting miles in. If a runner needs it, I'm here for it. Community segments are what I tell the runners in the interview and in all of the team meetings leading up to this is that you have the segment experience that you were meant to have. And so that really means that each individual runner is on a journey. There's lessons that they need to learn here that are a part of their journey in life. And so for one reason or another, if it ends up in a community segment, that's part of their journey. And I think sometimes when a community segment comes together, it helps show the runner that they have love, they have support, and that they can depend on other people. So that's what the community segments mean to me. It doesn't mean that the runner didn't do their job. It meant that that's the lessons that need to be learned right now, and our community shows up, and it's powerful and it's beautiful all in its own way.
Celia DeCancio. I'm 23 years old and I'm running 189 miles.